This is a better appointed structure than the Flagstaff House. We might have to switch, Anyway, I remember when your building got burnt, we hosted you for a while in Flagstaff House, so you must just be kind enough to, But thank you very much. The Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Ministers of State, Your Excellency Ishad Razali, Head of the European Union Delegation to Ghana, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors of the EU member states, the Chief Director of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, staff of the Ministry, heads of missions, directors of MDAs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I wish this morning to warmly welcome you to the 2025 Ghana-European Union Partnership Dialogue. On behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to express our profound appreciation to the EU delegation, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and all participating institutions for your dedication. Energy Transition Partnership, the JET-TP, to scale up solar, wind, and green hydrogen financing. With Ghana's rich lithium and graphite deposits, we are positioning ourselves as a center for electric vehicle assembly and battery manufacturing in West Africa. We also appreciate the EU's backing for our Sustainable Cities program, especially in the northern regions of our country. This 14.7 million euro initiative is helping transform Tamale, Bolgatanga, Wa, and other regional capitals into innovative, inclusive, and climate-resilient urban spaces. On natural resource governance and environmental protection, Ghana is proud to be the first African country to issue an FLEGT, and for those of you who don't know what it means, Forest Law Enforcement Governance and Trade License. It's quite a mouthful. Reinforcing our legal and sustainable forestry leadership. We're also finalizing cocoa traceability mechanisms and reforming the Fisheries Act to lift the EU yellow card. These efforts reflect our commitment to sustainable trade, environmental stewardship, and compliance with international standards. On global governance and structural reform, let me conclude by reflecting on our shared values in multilateralism. The current global order defined by outdated institutions and an inequitable financial framework requires urgent reform. The United Nations Security Council must evolve to reflect contemporary realities, and similarly, the global financial architecture must ensure fairer access to capital, reformed credit rating practices, and inclusive debt solutions for developing countries. Ghana stands with the EU in calling for a more just and representative international system that gives all nations an equal voice and opportunity, regardless of size or economic might. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, today's dialogue presents a unique opportunity to assess our progress and chart the course ahead. Our agenda covers critical economic cooperation, peace, security, governance, migration, and sustainability themes. Let us approach these discussions with clarity, with openness, and a shared resolve to translate dialogue into action. The partnership between Ghana and the European Union is not just enduring, it is evolving, and let us continue to build a fairer, greener, more secure, and more prosperous future for all of us. I thank you for your kind attention. God bless EU-Ghana partnership. Thank you.
The Ghana-EU Partnership Dialogue is an annual highlight for all of us. We look forward to a frank and yet constructive exchange on topics that matter to us both. I am proud to say that the partnership between Ghana and the European Union is stronger than ever. Look at you, all of you. Thank you for being here with us today. I know that you are working with us, with our teams, with the embassies present here on a daily basis. And the partnership is you. It's the output of our great collaboration. The closeness of our relations have been demonstrated by numerous high-level visits that we have over the past year. I would like to mention the visit of the President of Czech Republic, who is the first foreign dignitary to pay you tribute, Mr. President, after your election. I would like to mention that for your inauguration, we have been formally represented by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Belgium. I have to mention the visit of the Austrian Foreign Minister who came to open a new embassy. Cannot overlook, of course, the visits of President Mattarella from Italy, the Chancellor Scholz, many other European leaders, head of states from Hungary, and others. That demonstrates the closeness of our relations. A few weeks ago, Mr. President, you undertook to open a key moment, an EU-Ghana Business Forum, and for that we thank you, and we know it signals as well the interest and the commitment that you have for the EU-Ghana partnership. And in a few weeks, next week, you'll be in Brussels as well to meet your counterparts in the margins of the Gavi conference. It is clear that all of us are committed to the strengthening of this partnership. This partnership is not about charity. It's not about pouring resources in systems that will be beyond repair. It is not about buying democracy, about purchasing allies or forcing reforms. At the heart of a partnership, and I'm taking the words of our brother, Ambassador Cleland, lies mutual respect, the pursuit of shared goals, the defense of common interests, and a common vision. The partnership that we are speaking about is rooted in a number of shared priorities. I will list 3 of them with your permission. First and foremost, Ghana's economic transformation. We have, as the European Union and the member states, a genuine interest in supporting the acceleration of Ghana's economic growth. A clear path to prosperity for Ghanaian citizens is to unlock more investment, reforms, and local value addition. We are confident that the European Union's investment in infrastructure will help advance this journey. There are many projects that have been unfolding, both on the infrastructure side, both on access to water, I'm thinking of Tamale, and we are confident that the Global Gateway project that we are speaking about will be the illustration of the best of Team Europe offer in funding terms, in technology, in technical assistance. We know as well the investment that we are allocating for education. We strongly believe, like you, Mr. President, that this is the most valuable investment in Ghana's future. I would like to mention a second area of key shared commitment is the regional leadership of Ghana in West Africa and over the continent. First and foremost, I would like to say that together with my colleagues, it was a privilege for us to witness and to support yet another credible and peaceful election process, which is the testament to the dedication of the Ghanaian people to democratic principle and which confirms the status of Ghana as a role model, not only in the region and over the continent. As you know, the European Union recognizes Ghana as a key player in Africa, and just few short years after the devastating global pandemic, based on our collaboration, Ghana is on the verge of becoming a producing life-saving vaccines, not only for itself, not only for the region, but for the continent. Together with Germany, the European Union has invested no less than 55 million euros to break the cycle of African dependency on vaccines, and Ghana will be at the forefront of serving African needs. The EU and Ghana are also primary and key partners in advancing peace and security in West Africa. We have delivered critical military equipment. We have provided and we are providing targeted training to Ghana's military and civilian security forces to complement and reinforce Ghana's preparedness and capacities. I would like to mention as well where Ghana leads the way is in terms of regional economic integration. Of course, the country hosts the AFCFTA Secretariat, but I would like to pay homage to the support of the Ghana and the commitment of Ghana in this endeavor. I would like to mention that the European Union strongly believes and supports the continental integration in the tune of 1.1 billion euros. I'd like to mention a third element. This is our collaboration at global level. The EU and Ghana share a steadfast commitment to effective multilateralism, and we all know what it means today, a rules-based international order. I'd like to acknowledge the constructive role that Ghana has played at the UN Security Council during its biennium and as a current member of the Human Rights Council. I would like to acknowledge as well Ghana's unwavering support to Ukraine's territorial integrity and sovereignty in the face of the Russian aggression. I'd like to mention as well our shared stance on the Middle East as well as ongoing crises in Africa, such as Sudan and DRC. And finally, Mr. President, we know that you are personally committed to that, to green transition, and addressing climate change and ensuring the sustainability of the common world we live in. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude in underlying the rationale behind our part of the partnership. This is all about supporting Ghana's ambition for self-reliance. You see that on security, you see that on vaccines, you see that on agro-business, you see that on fisheries, so on and so forth. The key message we convey today reflect the views of the European Union and its member states represented to Ghana, and ahead of this dialogue, we have consulted other partners, including civil society, as part of an inclusive process. They have expressed their interest and cautious optimism about the constitutional review process and the state of human rights. We have also shared their excitement about the Affirmative Action Act as a sound legal foundation to advance women inclusion and gender equity. And hopefully, a new legislative instrument will soon follow to make concrete progress in that regard. They are shared as well, their interest in seeing the GIPC Act or bill adopted soon to create rooms and accelerate and stimulate investment from all over, including the European Union. Let me say how proud I am on personal level to see where we have brought this partnership. On certain topics of shared interest like trade and business, peace and security, sustainability and climate change, the amplitude is such, and this is one of the formal, I would say, follow-up that we will expect from this partnership dialogue. We would like to have a more regular and structured dialogue, maybe on a quarterly basis, sustainability, climate change, peace and security, trade and business. We cannot just end the discussion today. We are eager, we are available, and we have the appetite of continuing at technical level on a more regular basis. With new administrations in Ghana and in Europe, we fully embrace the trust that was built over the years and stand shoulder to shoulder in the face of challenge that remains. Let me thank you, Mr. President, for gracing us with your participation and signaling your personal interest and the commitment of Ghana to this EU-Ghana partnership. I thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click on the bell for more updates.